All right, everyone, welcome to today's workout. So we've named today's workout Togetherness, and it is going to be a bit of a tough workout, I'm going to warn you now, but it is a good one. It's a pretty simple in terms of the movements we're doing, and we've only have 4 movements per round. So we're working for 36 minutes, or that's our goal. If you can't make the full 36, that's okay. See how long you can get and try to push yourself through this one. It's going to be a little bit of an aerobic battle for you as well. So we're looking for 1-minute sets, and we've got 1 minute of either a run, a speed walk, or a bike, 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute air squats, and 1 minute sit-ups. So pretty simple in terms of the movements we're doing, but again, it's going to end up being quite a few rounds in those 36 minutes, and really trying to push yourself through that, trying to get through that full 36-minute workout. So let's jump into it. We'll go through the movements, and let's see you on the other side. All right, so our first movement is 1 minute of more of an aerobic movement. So you can run outside, you can run on a treadmill, you can, go for a quick fast walk on the treadmill or outside as well. Or if you have a bike, you can always, pick the bike up and go out 30 seconds and 30 seconds. Either way, you're trying to push the pace here, trying to get that heart rate up. 1 minute is going to go pretty quick in this set, but just trying to find an aerobic element that you can do for that 1 minute. And so you can see Caitlin here, she's on the air bike, and she's keeping the pace relatively moderate for now. And then as you get into the later rounds, you can always try to push that pace. If you're running, I would definitely recommend making sure you're landing on the balls of your feet, not on the heels, as most people tend to become heel strikers as we get older and because of all the shoes that we have with all the cushion. So making sure you're landing underneath you with your feet and more in the balls of the feet will help alleviate some or all knee pain. All right, so that heart rate is up, and now we're going to transition right into 1 minute of push-ups. And 1 minute is a long time for push-ups, so if you're not confident in them, let's start you on your knees, or you can find an elevated surface to put your hands on instead of the floor. Either way, again, as we've gone over in the past, notice Caitlin's hips and her chest are going at the same pace, right? She's not getting into that worm-style dance move. That's going to help make sure that she's keeping her abs engaged and make sure that she's prioritizing her chest and triceps in this movement. Just as she is here, you can always either start or transition to your knees. Same premise, we're lowering that chest down as low as we can and not making sure we don't go too low that we can't press out of that. So 1 minute, again, being a long set, you might even take a little bit of a rest in that set. Shake the arms out, take a breath, and then go right back into those push-ups. It's going to wind up being a lot of rounds, so definitely take that little bit of rest if you need it. All right, and now we're transitioning right into 1 minute of air squats. So our legs are always going to be stronger than our upper body, so this is a movement as you might get tired in the later rounds here, you can still move. You can always go a little bit more shallow in that squat. You shouldn't need to take a rest on these air squats. The key here is making sure that as you shoot your hips back and you drop your hips down so that those thighs get more close to parallel to the ground, your arms are coming forward to help counteract that hips going back. And as always, you want to make sure we're pushing through your heels, not the toes or the balls of your feet as well. That's going to keep tension out of your knees. Make sure we're prioritizing those quads. And again, if you're feeling more confident in this movement, you can always pick up the pace a little bit. Just as Caitlin here, she's starting to speed up a little bit in that squat, making sure she's pushing through those heels. And last but not least, we're going to wrap up the round with 1 minute of sit-ups. So we can't leave those abs out of the workout. So working with a little bit of bend in those knees, we're on the ground here, and we've got your heels as your anchor points. This is a movement where we're definitely using your arms, especially in those later rounds, to help get your torso up, those arms up in between those legs and those feet. So this is more where you get that fatigue built in those later rounds. Again, you want to use those arms a little bit more quickly on that way up as you swing them forward to help you get into that full sit-up position. And as you go down, as much as you can, think like you're uncurling vertebrae by vertebrae from your lower back to your upper back. That'll just make sure that we're not only protecting your back, that we're also engaging your abdominals a little bit as well. So these ones here, if you start to cramp up a little bit in your abdominals, you can always just lay back, take a quick breath, and then get right back into it. Try to keep your pace consistent as you get into these rounds. All right, and so that is one round. Again, we have 36 minutes here where we're trying to get through, getting through those rounds of that 36-minute time frame. So this is going to be a tough one. It's very simple in nature, but don't let that fool you. This is something that's going to be a bit of a challenge in terms of getting that heart rate up, of challenging that high volume of repetition in those movements, even though there are only 4 movements. Definitely let us know what you thought of this one. This is a good one to really challenge you, not only aerobically, but from a strength perspective as well. Let us know what you thought in the comments section. Definitely post a sweaty selfie on this one. We want to see your hard work because we know how hard this one's going to be for you, but don't let that deter you from doing it. Definitely try to push and challenge yourself in this workout. We have every bit of confidence in you, and we know you can do this one. So can't wait to see how you do, and we can't wait to see you in the next workout. Thank you.